economically, and in Greece and all these other places. Get ready. That's our next crisis on FPN. You don't get it?
Welcome to the Glenn Beck program. I just warn you, tonight, Jack came out with one box of Kleenex, for me, not for the audience, and he was carrying a stack, and he said, you want me to just leave all of them? Tonight is going to be a difficult show to get through, and I don't think because of the sadness of it, but I think because of the beauty that you are going to see, the miracles that you will see. This morning I woke up and I thought to myself, gee, I haven't seen any good propaganda lately. But thankfully, somebody on my research staff forwarded me this last night. It is a new song that is out. It's a song called Freedom for Palestine. And it calls for the West Bank security barrier to be toppled. It calls for human rights and justice for all. It is quite an amazing piece of propaganda. Truly, truly amazing. Its official release is in early July, but they're getting a nice head start now thanks to churches here in the U.S. Yes, churches are playing this song. A gospel choir helped make it, and they are being asked to play it all over the world. The biggest boost for this, however, came when the massively popular rock band Coldplay posted it on their Facebook page. You are going to start to see this song pop up everywhere. And make no mistake, it is propaganda. Good and evil, the lines are being blurred again. The posting received over 5,000 likes, and quite honestly, I hesitated to even tell you about this tonight on the show because I don't want to give it any more attention than is necessary. But it is important that we all know all sides, and we look evil in the eye. I don't know if any of these people understand what they're doing. I don't know if they really understand what it means to destroy Israel. I don't know if they've done their work on history and realize that in many cases they're being used as useful idiots. I don't know what their motivations are. I know that it is produced by One World, not to be confused with Van Jones and the unions here in the country that cry for one nation. This is different. They have made this because of the human rights abuse and living in crushing poverty in refugee camps and under Israeli occupation. Before you know it, Israeli occupation will be standard fare. Everyone will just see it as they're occupying that land. That is a lie. Organizations supporting this propaganda effort, Stop the War Coalition and Palestine Solidarity Campaign and Friends of Al-Aqsa. Now, all of these groups are supporters of the British Gaza flotilla, the Freedom Flotilla. This is evil cloaked in the message of liberation and freedom. This isn't about a new beginning for Palestine. This is about the end of Israel. And they are packaging it in a way that everyone can embrace if you're not paying attention. I saw this morning and I thought to myself, we are behind the curve here. On the Israel front, I honestly thought we were ahead of the curve, but we're not. I announced this 4 days before the president announced what he was calling for. And I thought we were ahead of the curve. We're not. And those who are looking for the destruction of Israel, quite honestly, have most of the artists in their camps. I'm putting a call out to anyone who might be waking up at this point, anyone in Hollywood, anyone with any talent. You must stand up and you must get involved. Good news, some people already are. Some major people that don't have anything in common with me, in fact, I think probably hate my guts for my political views, are standing up. And we will have some major announcements coming in the next week or so. Some of the people joining us in Israel and some of the people joining us here in America. I will tell you this, that one of my employees today said in the early morning meeting, they said, Glenn, you can't have them. You can't stand next to them. They have bashed you for over 2 years. And I said, What part don't you understand? It's not about me or anything else. It is about being a shield. That's what this is about, being a shield. Will you be a shield for Jerusalem? Will you be a shield for Israel? In the end, what will be said of you? Everyone is welcome to be a shield and to stand up for the truth. Even Oskar Schindler didn't get it at first. We all have our different points of waking up. I know I've had mine. The world is lining up, and they are going to start pointing at Israel more and more. It's because of them. I was interviewed this morning on radio in WTAM in Cleveland, Ohio, and the host asked me, "Where is the outrage, Glenn?" I said, "I don't know. But I will tell you this. I know there are people waking up here in America, and the people in Israel are pretty wide awake. Not all of them, but a lot of them. This is before Obama's speech. I was there, and people were telling me that they felt they felt alone for the first time. And they feared that it was starting all over again. You know what? Let me speak directly to anybody who is in Israel. It's not going to happen again. There's enough that will wake up this time. And you're certainly not alone. Know that the administration and the past administration doesn't necessarily speak for the American people. There are a lot of Americans, millions of us, that stand with you. It has happened time and time throughout history where people will remain quiet. Not this time around. I ask you to join me in Jerusalem and pledge that you know who you are and you know where you stand. And if you can't go, then there's other ways you can support. You can organize people in your own neighborhood. You can reach out to a Jewish community center with your church, and you can get together, and work together, and be together, and get to know each other. You can go and get a wristband. You can get a yard sign. Do we have the yard sign? Show the yard sign. This is an idea I said this morning. We're going to make these yard signs. You can go to glennbeck.com, and you can print that yard sign. Put it up. Go write a blog. Talk to your friends and your family. We just put a filter up for Facebook. For Facebook, you know how they did with free Iran and it was green? We've made one today. It's blue. I ask you to go to Facebook and put it there now. Take a stand. Do whatever you can to let people know where you stand. Annoy friends. Irritate a stranger if you have to. I guarantee you, whatever you're afraid of, that will pass. You will feel so much strength being who you are supposed to be, not who you've allowed yourself to become. And believe me, people have risked much, much more in the past. And tonight, you are going to see the results of their labor. Jack, we are glad you're here. Hello, America. I want to start with this phrase. He who saves a single life saves the entire world. It's from the Talmud. And it's what workers at Oskar Schindler's factory engraved on a ring that they secretly made for the man who rescued them from certain death. Schindler. Oskar Schindler. Most of us, before the movie came out, didn't know who he was. He was an economic opportunist trying to profit off the war. But his eyes were opened to the atrocity that was happening all around him. So he decided to spend his fortune trying to save as many Jews as he possibly could. In the movie, Schindler's List, he weeps at the end when the workers present him with a gift because he realizes that everything he owns, his car, everything, represented another life that he could have saved. It's my favorite scene in the movies when he's standing at the train tracks at the end. This story, I have to tell you, I saw the movie, and I had to be ushered from the seat at the end of the movie